Good morning, guys, and welcome back. We're in Bakersfield, California. Picked that up in the last video you saw, Saturday, right? Today is Monday morning. It's almost 8 o'clock. I don't know if these guys open at 8 or 9, because I've learned you can't really believe what's on your BOL. Places say 9, they're like, no, we start taking at 8, or it'll say 8:30, and they're, no, we don't start taking until 9. So it's almost 8. I'm awake. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I mean, there's cars here, so they got. I'm assuming 8 o'clock if it's 7:45, and there's already cars here. Anyway, we are delivering this, and then in there, or there is our next unit. So we got pick and a drop at the same place, and this one is going up right outside where we have 2 Oregon yards over in the Eugene area. So I should be able to snag something out of there really easily. I don't much care where that one goes. We'll kind of figure it out. I got something I'm trying to put together in my head. We'll see if I can make that work, and that'll start February off with a bang. So for now, I'm gonna wait for them to open up, and you guys get to watch that intro. All right, so here we are back at Pendleton. Man, it's been a wild week. 2 weeks? So, in January, I did a total of 13 trailers. And I took, by my best guess, 11, 12 days off, something like that. Some of that because weather, some of that because I had pre-planned events that I had already bought tickets for and couldn't refund them, and figured since the money was spent, even though I've now taken time off because Mother Nature said so, might as well go ahead and attend these, right? Had to adjust the camera, the mount was getting weird. Anyway, so you guys saw the video where right after the snowstorm, when I took the long route down through Vegas to get that one delivered. Well, from there, I went back up to, that one delivered in down by Medford, and I went back up to either here or La Grande, I don't remember which, and grabbed a trailer that went down to Redding, California. From there, I went and attended one of the events that I already bought a ticket for, and got back on the road on the 10th, picked up that boat went over to Denver, got there on the 11th or 12th, and then did a reset with the club there, because we have a chapter, right? Yeah, you all know that, seen it plenty of times. And then picked up a buddy at the airport, and him and I went to the second event where I did film a little bit there, but that was in the middle of me getting my new phone, and I lost the clips that I filmed there, so that sucks. That event ended on the 17th. So now, keep in mind, I worked I think it was the 4th or the 5th when I left my house after the snowstorm. And I worked until the 7th, and then I worked the 10th, 11th, and I think the 12th, I'm not positive. Yeah, I worked the 12th. And then I was off till the 17th. And then after the 17th, I have gone nonstop. I've just gone as hard as I can run. And that's how I was able to get the 13 trailers. I had 2 trailers done by the 17th. Yes, 3 if you count the boat, which you should. So I had 3 trailers done by the 17th. And then between the 17th and the 31st, I did 11 more, or 10 more. And the total funding for that was I'll have to look on the app. I'll do that later and confirm, but I believe I made right around $11,000. No, that's not right. Maybe? That sounds right. It's right around $11,000. With taking half the month off, it's not bad. So, those of you who say there's no money in RV transport, I don't know what you're doing wrong. I mean, granted, you know, I had to put tires on the truck, but you only have to do that once a year. So, it just happened to be in January. And I had to do the shocks. Again, we're almost 3 years into this, and I finally replaced the factory shocks. Oil change. Yep, do an oil change every month. Every other month, oil change and fuel filters. And then another month of oil change. And then the the fourth oil change, the fourth month, I do oil, air, and fuel. And I've mentioned that several times. But now, we've got this. It's got to go to Burlington, Washington. And I'll get almost there tonight. This is my third trailer today, by the way. So here we are, the 2nd of February, and I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 5th trailer on the 2nd of February. So again, you run hard, the money's out there. Now, I've filmed this portion several times, so I don't know exactly which one's going to make it in. Very, very long story, very, very short. There was a disagreement at a dealership, and I have been asked to never come back to that dealership. There were 3 parties involved, myself being one of them, 2 employees of the dealership. I'm not going to say which one, doesn't matter. Myself and one of the employees. The employee came off, we'll say, with an attitude. After a little bit, I was not fond of said attitude, and I reacted. Nothing crazy. It was just, there was an attitude, I gave a little bit of one back. There was more attitude, I gave a little bit back. And then employee number 2 off the freaking deep end. And that's where everything went wild. Myself and employee number 1, everything was fine. Disagreement, whatever. So, employee number 2 wasn't even involved. Just was self-injected into the issue and caused everything to turn out the way it did. At the end of the day, I think I've done 3 units to that dealership, so I don't really care that I'm not going back there. It's in an area of the country that I don't want to go anyway, so whatever. I guess at the end of the day, though, like I said, I'll own some of it, because I should not have snapped back with attitude when attitude was given to me. I should have been the professional. And that's on me. Employee should have never started with attitude. That's on employee. Employee number 2 should not have got involved. Very much should not have got involved. So that's on employee. Anyway, it is what it is. And we move forward. I said, it wasn't a moneymaker for me, not a dealership I go to often. I don't care. But I figure I can pass the lesson on to you. It's real tempting when someone gets a little sideways on you to snap back real fast. I refrained a little while, but I shouldn't have done it in the first place. I should have been the bigger man. I should have not been smart mouth back. So that's on me. I'll own that. All right. I'm off duty. My pre-trip's done. Units picked up. Yada, yada, yada. All my paperwork's done. I'm just waiting for my 15 minutes. For my 30-minute break to be up. I should be there by now. So, let's go ahead, hop in the truck, and get boogieing on down the road, because as soon as we get this one delivered, we got to beat feet back, and we are bumping up on our 70, and it's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight trying to get back to my house before my 70 is up so I can do a reset. And we've got some club stuff going on this weekend I really want to be there for, so do that. And I got 2 loads that are awesome. One of them I'll pick up, take to my house, and the other one I will pick up and carry on. But they connect pretty well, and I'm super ecstatic, and I can't wait to show them to you, because once again, sometimes great things fall in your lap, and the money is out there if you know what you're doing. So with that, this is not the end of this video. Both of these next 2 loads will not be in this video, so I'll see you guys probably tonight in Washington. Look who I found. So I'm cruising along last night, and you know, a bunch of us talk regularly. Obviously me and him talk, with him being in the club and whatnot, and we live so close, we ride together, and yada yada yada. By the way, that's Mac. I don't know if I told you guys. No, because that was the clip that was lost when I got the new phone. So y'all know Vance. You've seen Vance's truck, right? Well, Vance moved into a semi, and he's doing multi-haul in a semi-truck now. Well, y'all know Mac, he has that gas Dodge, right? He decided he didn't like the gas Dodge, and Vance was going to lease his truck out with option to buy. And Mac decided he was going to lease said truck under option to buy. And so Mac is running Vance's truck. Cool. Everyone wins. All right. So anyway, me and Mac are talking. We talk on the phone pretty regularly. There's a few people I talk to pretty regularly on the road, just because I know that they have no better life than I do, and we can all sit there and be bored and miserable together. So him and I are talking, and Washington is not the best place to drive commercially. Not because of the roads or anything that could be deemed political, but because they don't have truck stops. Very, very, very few. And the ones that they do have fill up extremely early. Well, it's already after 9 o'clock. And everything's going to be full. And I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm going to dive into a rest area. I don't know. And I'm talking to Mac. I'm like, hey, where you at, bud? He goes, I'm in Washington. I went, oh, where? He goes, I'm on the 5. I was like, oh, where? A rest area? I went, which one? He goes, oh, I'm at mile marker 52. And I look, and right in front of me, mile marker 52, exit rest area. I'm in the binders and slowing down, and empty space here right next to him. We sat up for a couple hours, talk last night, and now it's both of our 10 is almost up. I guess he beat me here by like 3 minutes. So apparently I was right behind him. I think he was coming from Southern Oregon, so he was running up 5 all day, and I was over in Eastern. Anyway, yeah, I guess we ended up here just a couple minutes apart. Our 10 is almost up. We're going to go ahead and get the trucks ready and roll on. We're ironically delivering not to the same dealership, but close. And then we're parting ways. He's going back down south, and I'm heading east. Anywho, back to the original topic of this video. It was not 11,000. It was 12,480, 89, 86, 80 something. Again, for working half the month, you're gonna tell me there's no money in RV transport? No, I get it. I know guys that are in semi trucks that own their own business, and they're running, they're 15, 20,000 a week. Not every week, but their peak weeks, 20 a week. Okay. You know, I know guys that are doing hot shot and making a killing. But there's more to know. I think that if I had jumped in and was trying to do hot shot or semi truck with no knowledge of over the road life like I had when I started this, I probably would have sank. So I'm really glad that I started here. I'm not saying that I'm leaving RV transport. I'm just saying that if I had started in hot shot or if I had started in a big rig, I don't know that I would have been as successful as I am now. Now, and anyway, I know those guys are making, you know, more, but they have more to deal with. There's more issues they have to handle. There's more overhead operating cost. I don't know how much more. You know, I've talked to hotshot guys that say they're making $2,000 a month more than well, it's like $7,000, but after operating expenses, like $2,000 a month more than I am. And then I know a couple personally that I talk to fairly regularly that are making a good bit of cash. So I don't know what the answer is. I know that I'm very happy that I was able to jump into this where almost everything is handled for me, other than I have to know state laws as I enter them. But most of the business aspect is handled for me. So that was very convenient. Let me kind of learn this job as I was going without having any kind of issue. Now, a lot of people use this as a stepping stone. A lot of people say there's no money in this at all. Well, you're wrong. I've proven that time and time again on this channel. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know what the proper response is. But, man, these trucks look good together. All right. Anyway, there it is. I worked half the month, made, call it $12,500. Now, granted, I ran my tail, and I don't mean like I was running illegal and I was, you know, doing things I shouldn't have or anything like that. I mean, I got up, I ran, like almost every day last week. I parked with less than 5 minutes left on my 11-hour drive line. And at 10 hour, 1 minute, I started my pre-trip. And that kind of stuff. That's what I mean by I ran hard. You know, my 30-minute breaks were at best 32 minutes. It was, I wasn't dilly-dallying. I wasn't screwing around. It was how fast, how hard can I run without breaking a law? And that's how I did the whole second half of this month, or last month, January. And it paid off. And February is starting out really good. If February holds its pattern, this will be a record-breaking month for me. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's all going to be in the next video. That's going to do it for this video. So, as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.